This is Jewish Life Television. I am Brad Pomerance. I'm really glad you're here because I want to introduce you to two new friends. I actually connected with them while I was still in the States, and I am so glad they were able to come into studio. They are the delegation from Kazakhstan. Yes, there are Jews in Kazakhstan, and two of them came to Israel to compete in the Maccabi Games. Actually, only one competed. That is Roman Dyukov. He competed in table tennis, had a great time. This is the head of the delegation. His name is Ilya Pyuro, and I have to tell you, he really is the driving force behind the Maccabian movement in Kazakhstan. Has been so incredibly pivotal in getting a delegation here. So, Roman, talk to me. I know you faced tremendous challenges getting the two of you to Israel. Tell me about it.
Well, first of all, I want to start with the time we established the Maccabi movement in Kazakhstan. It happened last year, more than a year ago. So my colleague from Azerbaijan arrived to Almaty to find a person who can handle this activity.
And so Almaty is the capital of Kazakhstan. Used to be. Oh, see,
yeah,
what do I know?
It used to be capital of Kazakhstan. Now it's Astana.
Okay.
And so he arrived and tried to find a person. He failed twice and got me.
Lucky you. Be careful what you wish for.
Right. So I agreed to start to establish the movement in Kazakhstan. And we waited for another 5 months to come to Kfar Maccabiah and speak with headquarter authorities here. So after that conversation last August, we started this in Kazakhstan. And our first trip was to Azerbaijan for the chess tournament, international chess tournament. And I brought two kids with me, 12 and 13 years. So it was a good beginning, and headquarter Maccabi World Union assisted us very much.
Well, how is Jewish life in Kazakhstan? It's a former Soviet republic.
That's true.
So there's a strong Russian influence. How many Jews are in Kazakhstan?
Officially, there are about 15,000 Jews in Kazakhstan.
Out of a population of
15 million people.
Pretty small.
Oh,
it's a small community.
Oh yeah, there are about 120 ethnicities reside in Kazakhstan, and life is pretty nice, I'd say. Better than in other, post-Soviet republics.
So it's not a major issue. There's not a wave of anti-Semitism flooding through Kazakhstan.
Not that much as in, I'd say, in other countries. I don't want to say.
We know what's going on in
yeah.
parts of Eastern Europe. We needn't mention those nations.
Our president tries to keep peace in the country, and he tries hard, I gotta say. And well, however, world economic crisis affected us as well, and we're kind of suffering from that.
That being said, you worked so hard to get the two of you here, and two gentlemen really stepped up to the plate to sponsor this delegation of two.
That's true. I have to acknowledge I found two sponsors, two private businessmen in the country that assisted us, that gave us money and made our dream come true. Those are Valery Tovstein and Alexander Koncevoy. I'm very grateful to them.
Now, we have left Roman out of the conversation in large part because Roman does not speak English. He is a Russian speaker, but now I'd like to turn to Ilya to help us talk to Roman. So if you can just ask Roman, who, by the way, played table tennis at the Maccabi Games, how did it go? How did you enjoy your trip?
Как тебе понравилась поездка? Как ты себя чувствуешь? Как тебе здесь?
Мне очень сильно понравилась поездка.
I liked it very much. I enjoyed.
Now, what about visiting Israel? I presume this is Roman's first time here.
No.
No?
Fourth.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it that Roman has been to Israel now 4 times?
Это твой 4-й раз, и как тебе в 4-й раз? Это другие ощущения?
Ощущения, в принципе, те же самые, что очень интересно побывать здесь снова и снова.
Actually, the same feelings, but different, because of Maccabiah.
Now, I understand Roman is making a big move.
Я понимаю, что, Роман, ты делаешь большой шаг в своей жизни.
Tell us about it.
Расскажи нас о твоих планах остаться здесь и поучиться в Ешиве.
Да, я хотел получить новые знания.
Yes, I'd like to stay here and get some education, get some new knowledge about tradition and practicing Judaism.
Now, but I understand not only does he like to stay here, he is staying here.
Yeah.
На исторической родине.
This is a historical, land, and
So
he's
is he
going to-
even flying back to Kazakhstan?
No.
So Roman is, I guess, making Ilya. I mean, essentially, or at least for a time.
Eventually he'll do. I mean, I'll continue.
Yeah.
This Friday he's going to yeshiva. It's yeshiva next to Jerusalem, and he'll be studying for some time there, and eventually, with the time, he'll do Aliyah.
What do you think? I mean, how do you feel? How does your family
Как
feel?
твоя семья, что об этом думает?
Моя семья, ну, как бы она сказала, что я уже взрослый.
My family told me I'm
И
too old. And I can't.
мне решать.
You're too old at the age of
It's
21?
me to decide.
Okay, fair enough. I probably shouldn't ask you this, but I have to ask you. So what do you guys think of Borat? How could I
Не
not?
должен был вас спрашивать, но я хочу спросить, что вы думаете о Борате?
Скажу честно, полностью я его не смотрел, смотрел только отрывками, но мне было смешно, в принципе.
Roman didn't watch the movie, the whole movie.
Really?
Just, some parts, and it was funny, ridiculous but funny.
Right.
As for myself, I watched it once. Well, Borat gave to Kazakhstan a huge, advertisement.
It did, no doubt about
Anywhere we go, we are very recognized nation, Kazakhstan. Oh,
Right.
Borat, Kazakhstan.
Of course.
It's fine. Many people didn't even see the movie, but they know,
They know,
the name.
right. What's kind of funny about it, as I'm talking to the two of you, is, of course, we know Sacha Baron Cohen is a religious Jew. And yet, so kind of the irony here, we are talking about Borat, and he's a religious Jew, and he kind of had fun at the expense of Kazakhstan, but I gotta tell you, it was all in good fun. I am so glad that you came in. I really want to stay in touch because it's a remarkable connection that we've made here. My family, I have Russian roots. And so just thank you so much, and I hope you're back in 4 years. Well, you may be living here. You'll be back in 4 years.
Hopefully.
Okay, thanks, Roman. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Oh,
Thank
you
you.
bet. For Jewish Life Television, I'm Brad Pomerance.